All right, guys, we are going to take 12 minutes today in our strength portion to find our 3-rep max overhead squat. These are very challenging for a lot of people depending on mobility. So number one priority here is a good shoulder position, okay? If you don't have the mobility in your upper back, or maybe you have tight ankles or something like that, really prioritize a good position here over just making sure your hips get below parallel. That's the goal though, okay? So I'll talk about it in the most basic way, and then we'll talk about ways we can approach it if you can't do the movement as prescribed. So coming out of a rack, it's gonna start on your back. You stand up, take a step back. Now we're just doing overhead squats. Generally people put their hands right into that snatch grip because training that overhead squat position for the snatch is important. But if you have pain in your wrist or you prefer a slightly narrower grip, that's okay too, all right? From here, once you get your grip set, you jump the bar overhead. Okay, stabilize your shoulders. Find your squat stance. Keep pushing up. Good deep squat. Stand back up for 3, okay? When you're done, if you're comfortable, you can lower the bar to your back, just like I did. If it's too heavy and you're tired, just drop the bar, okay? And then we can help pick it back up and put it on the rack, okay? So that's what we'd like to see, but of course, like I said, not everyone can do an overhead squat. So for those athletes that are just learning, you can't get all the way down, you wanna work on your overhead squat, one thing to do is just working with the barbell, partial range of motion, and doing tempo pause reps. So here's what it might look like. You come out of the rack, find your grip, jump it overhead, and find your stance. Now, really focus on going slow, finding that balanced position, pushing up into the bar. When you find that end range, just pause there, and then stand back up. Okay, so a lot of time under tension, and do that for 3 to 5 reps. Again, it's lightweight, but the goal here is to teach yourself the position, okay? If you cannot do it at all, you wanna do some weight, you just don't wanna do the barbell, you can max out your front squat for 3 reps, all right? That's it for today. Let's talk about our conditioning. All right, guys, so before we get to the conditioning, we are going to test our max effort toes to bar, okay? So there's a bunch of ways, this is a test, okay? So just like in the workout, there's a lot of ways you can approach this. The most efficient thing that we're looking for is repetitive kipping toes to bar. Okay, now that's hard for a lot of people. Maybe it's your flexibility, it could be your grip, lat strength, or maybe just learning the movement. Maybe you have the strength and you end up doing some reps that look like this. You touch your toes to the bar, but you're not good at that repetitive action. That's fine, that's your max effort. It's a test, okay? The goal is that we're gonna work on it over the next 6 weeks and try to get better, okay? If you cannot get your toes to the bar, we can do max effort knee raises, okay? I always say try to pull your knees as high as you can. Think knees up to the armpits, okay? That's one way that you can do it. Of course, you can also, if you don't want to hang or any shoulder issues, grip issues, you can do max tuck-ups or V-ups on the floor. So max tuck-ups without letting your feet touch the ground, or V-ups are more challenging. Again, don't let your feet touch the ground, okay? For a max effort set. This is a test, but also for the workout, we're gonna use that number. So in the workout, we have 4 rounds of 400-meter run, some dumbbell work, and then 50% of your max effort each round, okay? In the notes it says, if you don't get at least 20 reps in your max effort, we want everyone to do at least 10 toes to bar per round, okay? So the workout, 4 rounds, 400-meter run, and then that dumbbell movement I was talking about, it's gonna be 6 reps each arm, so 6 on each arm in a row of a dumbbell push jerk. So a push jerk, and you wanna do the jerk because this is meant to be heavy. It's only 6. We wanna challenge you with a heavier dumbbell. Keeping the chest tall, you dip and drive, and catching that little mini squat. So you're driving with the legs, squeezing the arm into the ear, stand up all the way, okay? There's gonna be 6 on each arm. Again, challenge yourself with the weight. The idea is to try to create that stability overhead. Really need to use your legs, okay? Then 50% of your toes to bar, or at least 10 reps. That's the conditioning, guys. Have fun. We'll see you tomorrow.